Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVM TV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVM TV News to see it happen.
Many strides, one dream. Many heartbeats, one pulse. Sagicor, celebrating Jamaican success. The time by Sagicor is...
Coming up in CVM News at 7, damaged runways leads to delay at Sangster International Airport, and JPS on the verge of complete restoration in St. Elizabeth. Also warning issued regarding St. Thomas roads. We also have our Sunday premiere of Inspire Jamaica, while in sports, Akira Nugent sets meet record in Poland. From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7, the weekend edition. It's Sunday, August 25, 2024. I'm Ramon Gordon. At approximately 1:45 this afternoon, the runway at Sangster International Airport was closed after minor damage was spotted on its western end. The closure led to delays and cancellations. Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport, Darrell Vaz, provides a timeline of events.
The runway was therefore closed to departing and arriving flights. 7 inbound flights were diverted to the Norman Manley International Airport as a result of this temporary closure. At approximately 3:20 p.m., flights on the ground at SIA began departure. At 4:30, landing was announced to resume at 5 p.m. at the Sangster International Airport. The flights that were diverted to the Norman Manley Airport have resumed their journey to Sangster International Airport with their passengers, which remain on board while at the Norman Manley International Airport. I understand that there has been 2 cancellations so far, but we're expecting the runway to be completed, the repairs tonight, and should be back to normality for flights arriving and departing out of Montego Bay tomorrow, Monday, the 26th of August.
With the August 31 deadline approaching, the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, is nearing completion of power restoration in St. Elizabeth. JPS urges customers to ensure their premises are ready for reconnection by checking their potheads, meter stands or stanchions. As part of their verification process, JPS is asking customers in restored areas who are still without power to contact them immediately. This step is to ensure no one is overlooked. JPS has been intensifying repairs in St. Elizabeth by deploying additional manpower from across the island. After full restoration, the company will continue working to upgrade and rebuild sections of the distribution network. Customers without power can report outages 888 call JPS through JPS social media at MyJPS Online or via the MyJPS mobile app. Now, the community of Landue in St. Thomas is again in the news for poor road conditions. However, this time, members of the community are worried that failing road infrastructure is potentially hazardous. Jonathan Atkins has that story.
It's a hard road to travel. That's how the residents of Landue St. Thomas would describe the road network in their community. Residents of the community are concerned about the state of the roads. However, these concerns are not limited to injuries to car tires and turbulence caused by potholes, but concerns about the safety of traversing the roadways. Former councillor of the Landue Division, Edwin Marr, is warning of impending danger.
I stand here with deep concern about the rocks behind me. Last year, we spoke to the issue when we had the earthquake and a lot of heavy torrential rains where the rocks fall in mammoth amount. And because of that, we had some issue concerning the falling rocks. However, with the school reopening in 2 to 3 weeks, we are concerned about the toddlers, very grade 1 kindergarten kids going to school. And these rocks behind me, last week we had 2 4-point-something earthquake where you can see advanced deterioration in the rocks behind me. And I'm telling you, it's that tragedy. it is a tragedy waiting to happen.
It a go drop in a small head what idea. It a go drop in a team somebody head.
The former councillor expressed that his efforts to remedy the issue at the governmental level have been futile.
We invited Mines and Geology, the Parish Council and other agencies last year to have a look with the intent to have it remedied. To date, we have not gotten any result from any one of the agencies. We are asking the authority, whoever they may be or might be, to have an immediate look at this tragedy before school reopens.
Residents are also concerned that the structural integrity of the Easington Bridge has been compromised and that the bridge cannot withstand its daily traffic. These concerns are heightened as the bridge is often traversed by students of the Easington Primary School. Jonathan Atkins reporting for CVM News.
A multi-million-dollar oxygen plant has been unveiled at the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital, marking a significant step by the Health Ministry to diversify the supply of medical-grade oxygen. The new facility will be fully owned and operated by the government. Joel Crosskill reports.
The shared trauma the nation experienced as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic takes on added perspective when viewed from the experiences of the Minister of Health, Dr. Christopher Tufton, who described just how close the island came to untold disaster.
We came that close. One of my most scariest moments during the COVID pandemic, and there have been a few, but one that really remains memorable to me was that night into early morning when we were racing against time to unload and to deliver medical oxygen. It drove the point home to me how critical this particular support infrastructure was for patients who suffer lung-related ailments, which COVID was a very big manifestation of.
Recognizing the risks associated with relying on a single supplier of the critical gas, plans to expand the supply of medical oxygen were announced in 2021. That ambition has been fulfilled in part as the St. Anne's Bay Hospital unveiled the first oxygen plant of its kind in the public health sector, capable of producing 30 litres of medical oxygen per minute at peak flow.
It is not the best strategy or indeed policy to over-concentrate and to overly depend on one source to supply you with a life-saving input, such as medical oxygen, for an entire public health system. It's not by design, as fate would have it, and as the commercial world would have it with consolidations and so on. We have one supplier of this product, or certainly back then, not anymore. It is an essential stage or step towards resilience. It reaffirms the commitments that have been made by the government, by the ministry. It supports the partnership that has remained strong and will only strengthen, given the importance of what we're doing here and will do in Maypen. And ultimately, and critically, it is benefiting and will benefit the people of Jamaica, which is really what it's about. That's why we are here. We are here to serve those who need this type of service.
The occasion was made possible due to the shared efforts of UNICEF and the people of Canada, who were represented at the handover ceremony of the $125 million facility by the Canadian High Commission's Head of Cooperation, Mr. Sheriyar Savar.
It is an honor to be here today on behalf of the Government of Canada. Today, we acknowledge a significant achievement coming out of our partnership with the Government of Jamaica and with UNICEF, the handover of the first government-run oxygen plant in Jamaica.
Joel Crosskill, CVM News.
The second city and other western parishes are set to benefit from additional diesel buses added to the Montego Bay Metro Company's fleet. The buses were unveiled by the Transport Minister last Thursday. Jonathan Atkins tells us more.
Just in time for back to school, Minister of Science, Technology, Telecommunications and Transport has announced a rollout of 8 additional buses to the Montego Bay Metro Company.
So today, before these buses came, there were 6 buses in operation servicing 4 parishes. And we have now 8 buses here on top of the 6, plus we have 4 more buses coming on Sunday. This is going to make a huge impact in the back to school and the routes that are served. So they're going to upgrade from 5 servicing 5 schools, dedicated service for 5 schools to 9, and they're going to continue to serve 4 parishes, moving from how much routes?
5 routes to 11.
From 5 routes to 11 routes. So you can understand the impact of Western Jamaica, of the 4 parishes.
Minister Vaz says this is a part of a wider plan to improve transportation in rural communities.
And I will be making allocations out of the next order of buses so that some of the buses that come here from the next order will be able to ply what I call the rural routes. In Kingston, we have the same sort of routes that require smaller buses to navigate the roads and the topography of the parishes. Especially in Kingston, we call them the hill routes, and I suspect that you will probably call them similar down here. So for those persons who are on the interior that these buses will not service, you can understand and rely on me that help is on the way.
The minister underscored his commitment to ensuring the public transportation system is accommodative of persons with disabilities.
Out of the 12 buses that are here, 2 buses are for the disabled, which is a policy that I've made that any allocation of buses, 10% must be disabled.
Jonathan Atkins reporting for CVM News.
Now, in a major boost for early childhood education, 100 educators have just completed a significant literacy training program. The Read Right from the Start program promises to impact how literacy is taught in Jamaica. Here are the details.
A new wave of early childhood education is on the horizon as around 100 educators complete the Read Right from the Start Literacy Intervention Project. This 8-month initiative, led by the United Way of Jamaica, has armed teachers with advanced skills to revolutionize literacy teaching methods nationally.
It is our collective responsibility, all of us, all the project partners, to ensure that every child, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to develop strong literacy skills from an early age.
A 2022 survey revealed that only 50% of Jamaican students aged 7 to 14 had basic numeracy skills, and 38% lack foundational reading skills. Educators are now set to launch literacy programs to improve these outcomes.
Read right from the start.
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 Give it all up now. Read right from the start.
Read right from the start.
There are great things inside of those children. Great, great things. We just have to pull out, push in and pull out.
When that child comes to you, it's your responsibility for you to put into them what you know is great for them. And at the end of the day, they're going to remember you. Trust me. Children do, right? And we don't want to be on the side where they say, you see that, me never like her, you see. No, we don't want to be on that page. So let us impact our children with good knowledge and good everything.
With this advanced training, educators are expected to return to their classrooms with innovative strategies that could reshape how literacy is taught. State Minister in the Education Ministry, Marsha Smith, is encouraged by this latest development.
The Early Childhood Commission always advocating and reminding us at the Ministry of Education and Youth that we are not the poor cousin. We are not the poor cousin. We are the foundation on which everything else is built, and we need attention. And so I am happy to be in any event where Jamaican people pay attention to the early childhood sector and that they are encouraged to put their monies where their mouths is.
Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
3 residents in north central Clarendon have received new homes through the government's social housing program. Local Government Minister Desmond Mackenzie handed over the keys to the new homeowners recently. Britannia Witter has that story.
Unable to contain her joy, Marlene Stewart, one of the recipients of a house courtesy of the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development's Indigent Housing Program, was all smiles as she received her keys. 2 other Clarendon residents also received houses from the program. Portfolio Minister Desmond Mackenzie says millions were spent on the initiative to ensure the residents' comfort.
We have already spent $27 million in constructing these 3 units. 27 million. 1 1-bedroom and 2 2-bedroom units. And all of these houses, when we build them, we put furniture inside there so that the people not only have a roof, but they have what it takes to make a decent home.
Meanwhile, Mayor of Maypen, Joel Williams, lauded the ministry for its continued support.
On behalf of the Municipal Corporation Minister, again I want to say thank you very much for this gesture. Thank you very much for continuing to looking out for the less fortunate. And it's by looking out for our less fortunate that our country will become the kind of country that we want to live in. Thank you very much, and God continue to bless you.
The Indigent Housing Program was created to address challenges experienced by the poor and most vulnerable citizens in acquiring homes. Britannia Witter, CVM News.
And the government has announced a significant boost to its poor relief program in Clarendon with a $6 million allocation to support back-to-school initiatives in the parish. Once again, here's Britannia Witter.
With schools set to reopen in a few weeks, Local Government Minister Desmond Mackenzie has declared that the children of indigent persons will benefit from a $6 million allocation as a part of the Poor Relief Program to assist with back-to-school expenses. Individuals are encouraged to contact their local poor relief offices.
The ministry is going to be providing an additional $6 million to the Poor Relief Department right across the municipality to assist with back to school for the children of indigent poor.
Speaking on the accomplishments of the Poor Relief Department, a spirited Mackenzie says the entity has produced many extraordinary citizens.
We have seen doctors, lawyers, teachers, nurses, radio announcers who have benefited from poor relief, who have gone on to become outstanding citizens of Jamaica.
The Poor Relief Department was established to relieve poverty and destitution among all members of the Jamaican society, with several assistance programs offered through the 14 municipal corporations island-wide. Britannia Witter, CVM News.
CVM News at 7 continues after this.
I'm abused. I need legal advice. I don't deserve this.
The truth of the matter is, justice there for all of it. The Ministry of Justice has trained more than 5,600 persons in restorative justice practices. More than 200,000 victims have been supported by the victim services. Legal aid has reached thousands island-wide. Make we talk it out, not fight it out. Call 888 Justice today.
5-star restaurant over here.
Radam.
No, you're kidding. This is your girl, Diva Madonna with a capital D. I'm a big chef, trust me.
You're a big chef, all right.
I think you can test me. And you are watching Cooking with Love on CVM TV.
Guys,
listen,
come. Let me see what I go on. Cook with love.
Cook with love. This is so much love.
internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVM TV.
Welcome back. It's now time for regional and international news.
We begin with news in the region. In Barbados, government will be providing counselling and other assistance for the 12-year-old girl injured during a shooting incident. Minister of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs Kirk Humphrey says he has asked the Child Care Board to intervene and offer all levels of psychosocial support to the girl and her family. The girl was among a group of children playing outside her home when a man emerged from a vehicle and sprayed the area with bullets. CBC News Barbados tells us more.
I feel that the time has come in Barbados. Yes, I'm a social scientist, so of course I support community policing. I support strong community programs, finding activities for young people. But I'm at the point too where I support very strong policing. And I feel that we have to give the police the authority and a greater level of flexibility and a greater level of freedom to be able to intervene when it comes to these acts. Now, of course, when I say that, I know, as we've seen in the recent past, at the moment the police have to do something, people take videos, they post them on social media, there are a number of complaints against the police, but we have to determine what kind of society we want to live in. Either we want law and order or we don't want law and order. And I support very, very strong policing, and we have to give the police the support that they need to have to be able to do this.
Now, if you're a mother and you see your son with a gun or a illegal weapon, it's your responsibility to say to your son or your charge that you are doing something that is wrong and to stop it. And that's the only way we can help pull back our society.
In Trinidad and Tobago, one person was injured following an exchange of gunfire at the Gulfstream wreck site in Sea Lots. More from TTT News.
In a statement on Saturday, the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries confirmed that unidentified individuals attempted to board a support vessel on Friday night. On-site officers attached to the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard intervened and there was an exchange of gunfire. A member of the response crew is said to have sustained a non-life-threatening injury and is receiving medical attention. The Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries has advised that the wreck site at Sea Lots continues to be protected by the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, and that the safety of all response personnel remains paramount during the final stages of the operation. The ministry said it is working closely with the Ministry of National Security, the TTPS, the TTCG, and the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment to ensure the safety and security of the site.
And in international news, a suspect is in German police custody following a stabbing rampage in the city of Solingen. Authorities say it's a 26-year-old Syrian man, and they are looking into his possible links with Islamic State. The details from Reuters.
A suspect in German custody after a stabbing rampage in the city of Solingen arrived at the federal prosecutor's office in the city of Karlsruhe on Sunday. The attack occurred during a festival on Friday, killing 3 people and injuring 8. The suspect, who is a 26-year-old Syrian man, turned himself in and admitted to the crime, authorities said. Police said the case is under, quote, intensive investigation and that they are looking into his possible links with Islamic State. They searched garbage bins and backyards for more evidence at the market square where the fatal stabbing took place. Islamic State described the man taken into custody as a, quote, soldier of the group, but it did not provide any evidence for this assertion. The incident, which officials described as, quote, an act of terror, shocked the city of Solingen. Mourners gathered for a church memorial and paid tribute to the victims. Herbert Reul, North Rhine-Westphalia's interior minister, said the suspect came from a home for refugees that was searched on Saturday. The suspect had moved to Germany late in 2022 and sought asylum, according to German media.
And that's it for regional and international news.
Our inspiree Ricardo Wilson, the boy with delayed speech, is finally moving to high school with pride. It was his thoughtful gesture to his mother on his graduation day that grabbed the attention of Curlin Brown, leading to the chronicle of his Inspire Jamaica journey.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place.
Last on Inspire Jamaica, from singing at the Children's Hospital, God Will Take Care of You, even though he struggled to speak, Ricardo Wilson was enrolled at the Learning Center in Kingston.
Within the first term I saw I couldn't believe it. The difference in his report, 180s. I was at school. I can't recommend that school to anybody.
Ricardo made a big leap from a docile posture.
God will take care of you.
I'm happy for him. No. Because he never talked until he was 9. And we have to go through all of that until he was 9 years of age. And today, I can give God thanks. Because he has passed his PEP. And he's moving on to a high school now. The man that couldn't talk, that becomes now a parrot, asks all kind of questions. Yes. So somebody said that he stored up that for 9 years. So now he's releasing it, and he have more to release. The next two said, I love him more. But it's not love him more, it's what he have gone through. Why I'm close to him, because he have gone through a lot. Yes.
What you want to say to other children, because children watch this program, who they understand, they probably just don't know how to express themselves because they don't talk.
Well, I want to say to parents, you may find a problem with a child. Sit with a child. Talk to your child. Even if the child is not talking, seek help. Seek help. It's not dumb. Once a child is hearing, it's not dumb. And when it comes to your children's education, seek that help. Seek that help. Because they are the future of tomorrow. And that is the reason why me and my wife, we go to the end for this little one. And today, he's talking. I'm proud of him.
Then came graduation. That is when he was what age? Tell me about that.
He was 14 years old. He went there when he was 7 years old. And when he graduated, he was 14.
Growing up, he usually chose his friend. And there was only one person at church. From him small, both of them go together. I don't know if that little one understand him. But today they are still friends. They are still friends, and they are the closest friend at church. At John Mark Pierce. He gave his mother something on her birthday at his graduation on the 28th of June.
An on-the-spot moment worth talking more about on Inspire Jamaica.
I'm so grateful. I'm so overjoyed. Yeah, this is the best moment ever. Yes.
As for Ricardo now, he speaks of forgiveness as he looks to the future.
Well, people used to teach me about my talk. Some people call my names.
I tell him the sky is the limit. And I tell my children that don't practice to get things right. Practice till you can't get it wrong. Because when you can't get it wrong, that means you get it right. So.
I'm Curlin Brown. Let's continue to Inspire Jamaica.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place.
Join us for sports with Angelique after this break.
The time by KFC is
7:30.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them. This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Protect yourself from the bite of this mosquito.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Me, I go show them my way of justice.
I'm abused. I need legal advice. I don't deserve this.
The truth of the matter is, justice there for all of we. The Ministry of Justice has trained more than 5,600 persons in restorative justice practices. More than 200,000 victims have been supported by the victim services. Legal aid has reached thousands island-wide. Make we talk it out, not fight it out. Call 888 Justice today.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
5-star restaurant over here.
Radam.
No, you're kidding. This is your girl, Diva Madonna with a capital D. I'm a big chef, trust me.
You're a big chef, all right.
I don't think you can test me. And you are watching Cooking with Love on CVM TV.
Guys,
listen,
come, let me show you one. Cook with love.
Cook with love. This is so much love.
Welcome to Sports. I'm Angelique Virtue. Jamaica's Akira Nugent was in impeccable form on Sunday at the Kamila Skolimowska Memorial in Warsaw, Poland. Nugent won the 100-meter hurdles with a meet record 12.29 seconds for her maiden Diamond League win. She finished just below her personal best and national record of 12.28 seconds. American Grace Stark came second with 12.37, narrowly ahead of Jamaican Daniel Williams, who finished third in 12.38 seconds.
In history, and just looking for the wind reading on that one, and 12.27, the wind was up to 1.9 earlier on. Minus 0.5, wow. Turn that around, make it a little bit stronger. They don't want too strong a wind behind them, though, because it blows them into the barriers.
Meanwhile, Olympic 100-meter finalist Tia Clayton was among Jamaica's winners at the Kamila Skolimowska Memorial in Warsaw, Poland on Sunday. Clayton ran 10.83 seconds in the 100 meters to claim her first Diamond League victory. Ivory Coast Marie-José Talou also clocked 10.83 to finish second behind Clayton. American Tamari Davis was third in 10.84 in the closely contested race. Jamaica's other winner was Shanika Ricketts, the Olympic triple jump silver medalist. She jumped to a mark of 14.50 meters to claim the triple jump ahead of Cuba's Leanis Perez Hernandez, who cleared 14.42 meters. Italy's Datia Derkach was third with 14.02 meters. It was a tight race in the 110 meters hurdles. Jamaica's Rashid Broadbell just missed out on victory. He posted a season's best 13.05 seconds, losing to American Olympic champion Grant Holloway, who won in 13.04 seconds. America's Daniel Roberts got third in 13.24 seconds, while the second Jamaican in the race